Welcome guys to episode 6 of Q&A. So yeah, just got on from work and just on my tea and stuff, so I thought, you know what, I'll settle down and do a quick video for you. So I've got a few questions that have come in and we'll go through them now. So what one shall we start with? So we got a question come from Michael Fox. What did you spend on bait for your trip, Andy? And did you use it all? We roughly spent about 140 quid, I think. We got a load of bluey. We already had some sardines, so probably probably a little bit more really, because we already had the sardines. We were lucky enough to get them from a friend and get another friend to vac pack them down for us, blast freeze them. They worked really well. The bluey worked really well. We took squid, we took some prawn, we got some fresh blacks and stuff like that. But we used a lot of fresh fish over there when we got over there, especially for the halibut rods. Obviously catching and just filling it up, use a little bit of foam in between and basically fill it either side and chuck it out for the halibut. So my personal speaking, someone asked the other day, I would recommend taking some worm with me definitely next time. I took some spider crab as well. I'd definitely take some spider crab over again in the winter months. And yeah, I mean, it's always better to take it and have it than not have it, isn't it? But we did leave a lot of bait there ready for other anglers and stuff. They got where we stayed. There was a bait freezer. Anglers seemed to just basically store the bits and pieces there, and yeah, there was enough there for anybody who went over or needed more bait and stuff. I mean, we left quite a bit there, like loads of prawn and bluey and stuff like that. So yeah, but really, I would take a mixture. You know what I mean? It's always better to have it than not, isn't it? So yeah, I hope that helps, buddy. I hope that helps. So the next question was, hi Andy, this is from Alpin Awning. Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. It says, hi Andy, could you talk about the different fishing seasons in Norway and what can be caught? Was thinking of autumn trip by camper van, 4 to 6 weeks, say September, October, for the real cold weather hits. So personally, I'm not too familiar with all the seasons over there. I can give you the information that I can give you. Really, I did message a friend of mine, Stu Norris, because he's the sort of person that can give you a complete rundown of everything. I mean, when it comes to Norway, there's nothing he don't really know. You know, he knows all the laws, he knows everything about Norway. It's his second home, really. But I love to. I've messaged him, see if I can get him to spend a few up, like even do an angling profile with him or something, to get him to go through some of the Norway stuff and that, because he's very educated and he can obviously talk about his experiences in Norway and stuff like that. But September, October time, you've probably got the same sort of things there as what we had, really. You've got small coalfish, pollock, the chance of cod. I was told the cod are further up in the water and this time of year. I'm not sure how we had cod, so I'm not sure how true that is. A chance of halibut and stuff like that. And I think September, I was told, was a good month for place. So Stu said to me the other day. So yeah, you've got a chance of obviously a lot of different species there, and wolfish and stuff like that as well. So yeah, definitely worth going over there. You're lucky get, especially 6 to 8 weeks in a camper van. We've seen loads of like camping destinations along the river and that as well, along the fjords over there. So it did look really nice, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it, buddy. I hope you enjoy it. You have to let us know how you get on. We had another one. I did say about the guiding, and we had another guy called Tom messaging. He said, I fished with guided Norway. Fished with guided fishing Norway, and yes, the guide fished 2 rods, but his knowledge and the opportunity to hire rods, tackle and clothing with transport and food included was with accommodation. It took a lot of the stress made off our trip, more relaxing. I live in Shetlands and it made me feel better. Shore angler, made me feel a better shore angler. I also got to meet Adam, Gav and Yorkie at the Garage Burger Bar. Alright, I think I've met you before, Tom, if I can remember correctly. But yeah, look, I'm really glad you had a really good trip. That's at the end of the day, that's what it's about at the end of the day, isn't it? And yeah, as long as you enjoyed it, that's all that matters, really, mate. But yeah, it's. I remember you messaging me after you met him actually on the page. So yeah, get on, buddy. Right, we got another message in. So I think that I'm not sure that's 2 or 3 anyway. So we've got another message come in from hi Andy. This is from Edward. Hi Andy, question for you. For our channel, the Sea Fishing Show. Times of year for targeting from your experience on Devon fishing marks for spotted ray. I've heard March to April is prime time. Where does a full window for targeting them run? Thornback ray seems to be November and the colder months definitely, but then the whole thornback season, and likewise for the blondes and small eyes. I've caught from the boat and the shore, but just interested on your take on spotted and thornback, so I can have a go for them. Well, Edward, what you're looking for, mate, really for the fawnies, later months. I've had my biggest fawnies going into like February, really, January, February. I mean, I hooked into a monster one day. It's one fish which I was absolutely gutted not to land, because I've never had a monster fawny, and I've had big blondes and that, and I would say that this fish was well into £18 plus. It was a monster, absolutely. I've never seen a ray come out the water, and that was in February, early February, and it was like ice on the ground and that still. You know what I mean? I would say the winter months, mate, if I'm honest, especially around here. I mean, if you go back a few years now, New Year's Day, a few years back, out of Dartmouth area, there was a few big ones come out, upper teens, and yeah, it's a good sight to see on this coastline. You know what I mean? Because they do throw up some monsters over the years. But spotted ray rot wise, mate, if I'm honest, January and February, B-sands, very good opportunity of catching a monster, and I mean a monster. The colder months, as at the beginning of the year, you've got a chance of getting some real big fish. Exactly the same as it comes through like March into April. Just as the play season's starting off, you've got some chances of catching some really big fish there as well. So that is the type of year you want to be looking, and that's a prime area for you there as well. Easy fishing. I mean, towards the end of the year can fish as well for them, and it can fish throughout the year for spotters. You're looking for the right conditions, a bit after a big easterly blow, and it's all stirred up and stuff down there as well. Even a southwesterly, as long as you get a bit of colour in the water and stuff. But yeah, it's not keeping no secrets at the end of the day. It's no secrets for anybody else. B-Sands is known for big spotted rays, and to be fair, mate, it's probably one of the easiest venues to get to. I mean, I've known a better fish come off there than a lot of the other places I've been. You know what I mean? So I hope that helps, buddy. I hope that helps. And we've got another question now. We're going into stuff which I don't really want to have to go into, but I'm going to answer it, because we had a guy called Martin saying embarrassing for someone to be talking like that. I'm taking it he's speaking about me with what's been going on recently. That all I'm going to say to this, and I'm going to say it to Martin at the same time, is imagine your son or your daughter, if you've got one, having to go through years and years and years of abuse. And years of abuse, and never being able to say nothing, and it gets to a point where you hope this all goes away, and sometimes that don't happen, mate. And the last thing I want to be doing, I can assure you, is putting this type of rubbish all over my new channel. But unfortunately, I'm in a position where I've never been able to put it on my Sea Angling Adventures channel because of the channel it is. And with this, it shows the behind the scenes and stuff like that, okay? And I've just got to flip the phone, because, look, I don't want to be uploading stuff like that. And I've uploaded a video yesterday morning, and I didn't know whether to put it on or not, if I'm honest, because it's embarrassing for me as well. You know what I mean? I'm arguing with a guy on there what's put my full address online and stuff. Now, I've just had a conversation with Nick Panther last night, and he can remember the whole situation as well, and he was one of the guys at the time who was basically calling me down and telling me, look, just let it ride, it'll go away, it will go away. And like I explained to him, this hasn't gone away, and I've said to him, do you think I've done the right thing? And he said, and the exact words he said to me was, he remembers at the time and how bang out of order it was, and he's one of the witnesses to prove exactly what the guy had done with my Albatross online, as one of many. Because he can remember the time he was trying to report the post and that as well. You know what I mean? I think he even had his wife, Mrs. at the time. We had a lot of family members and that trying to get rid of the post. And personally, no one's got the right to do that to someone else. And I don't want to keep having to go on it on the channel. But I am going to answer the question what you've basically put there. And yes, it is embarrassing. I totally agree with you. I don't want to be having to do stuff like that. Okay, but at the same time, if anything comes out of it, as I said before, it goes to show that people cannot treat people like that, you know what I mean, and expect to get away with it. And as you can see in the video, for those of you who have watched it, it's not very nice. It's not very nice. And at the end of the day, I hope the guy has gone away now, and he don't carry stuff on, because I don't have to carry that on and on and on and on. I just want to lay it to bed. At the end of the day, I just wanted an apology, and it would all been forgotten. And from the start, I got more hyped up and angry throughout the conversation, because I was trying to be like, you know what I mean, civil a little bit with it. But at the end of the day, the guys put my personal address online. You know what I mean? I'm never going to be happy about that, and I'm sure you wouldn't be as well. So before you write statements about obviously being embarrassing and that, put yourself in my shoes. What would you do? What would you do if you've done that and you've let it go for years and years and years and years and years, and it carries on and on and on and on and on? You just hoping it would go away, and it doesn't. It's the same old troop over and over and over and over. And yes, other people got brought into it, which was not down to me at all. And I hope that they look upon the video after seeing it and think, oh my God, what did I do? Because they put themselves in that position. The night before, they were all over matey's Facebook, writing all comments and thinking they're all big and clever, and all of a sudden they're not big and clever, because they've got to own up to what they've done. Because what I've said in the video is true. They can't lie about it, because a lot of the other anglers around that coastline, what are older and stuff, know about that situation, what went back a few years ago. And unfortunately, the guys that does similar stuff that I do, you know what I mean. And you personally, I wouldn't want that to come out about me if that was true. But I would. Well, that's not me. You know what I mean? That would never be me. I don't do stuff like that. I've got morals, and I was brought up in the correct manner. You don't go and do stuff like that, you know what I mean? But mate, at the end of the day, all I can do is apologise. I don't want it on the channel, and I don't want it on the channel, and I don't apologise if I've offended anybody by having it on there and stuff. But at the same time, this has got to go away. I've got to live with this, you know what I mean? And it's been going on for so long now, and I'm hoping that one video just makes it go away. As I said before, we had an incident, and it got a little bit heated and stuff, and we managed to resolve the matter by obviously being a bit more aggressive back rather than just taking it. So yeah, hopefully that remains the right way. So I've got another question come through. This one is from Lewis. So Lewis has asked me, Andy, you were talking about doing a Century T1000 top and bottom with the T900 and vice versa. When will you be doing the video? So I'll be doing the video as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers. So as soon as that button hits 1,000 subscribers, we're about 230 away now at the minute. Okay, and as soon as that button hits to the thing, I will go out of an evening and I'll take the drone and I will do a full hour special just for this channel of me using the rods. Okay, I might do a bit of casting first with it, and then I might do a separate one on fishing with them to see how we get on. And I can give you guys because there's a lot of people wanting to see that, and I can give you guys a rundown of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I hope I can see that people are going to enjoy that, and yeah, I'm quite looking forward to doing it, if I'm honest, because it's something a bit different, isn't it? And that's what the channel is about at the end of the day, guys. But I'm pleased to leave it on a good note. But guys, as I said, it's a fishing channel. It's not about all this other stuff what's been going on at the moment. I don't have to be putting that sort of stuff on there, and I don't want to be asked to answer questions about it either, if I'm honest. I put the video up and then uploaded a few other videos after it, because I don't want it. At the end of the day, if anybody wants to see what went on and is interested in that, they can look back through the videos and go back to episode Q&A episode 5 or 4, one of the two. Well, it's on there with against online bullying, and they can go back and watch the video. I mean, yeah, I'm quite embarrassed about it, if I'm honest. I don't have to do stuff like that, but at the same time, I'm not going to stand by and just put up with this sort of nonsense over and over again. You know what I mean? So yeah, but let's leave it on the good note. So I did have another question here, which where was the other questions here? So what was it saying? There it was. So we got another one called from Matt. Now Matt's asking, hi Andy, I fish around the Salcombe estuary a lot and I'm looking to target a Thornback ray. What would the best bait be in your opinion? So you'd have thought you got one, because you get quite a few down the Salcombe estuary, especially up like what are they called? Mine's gone blank now. It was a big thing the other day, wasn't it? Because they had a big video put on them about gillhead breaming and stuff. You got snapes and you got what's the other one called? It's gone off my. You'll know the area. You'll get a lot of thornbacks around that area. Prawns are very good bait for it, and crabs are very good bait for it. And all I will say is this: if you're fishing around that sort of area, like the Kingsbridge and Salcombe areas and stuff like that, you'll get them further up the river. You won't, if you when you say the Salcombe estuary, I take it you're targeting them from the front, but you will get bigger fish go right back up through. You get them off the front. I've had them on the front on crab and squid, bluey. You can get them. You get them all up through to Starro and stuff. But 9 times out of 10, I would say the bigger fish come from mid reaches further up. Okay, and you just want to hit. You want to look at hitting those channels, getting some baits in the channels and stuff. I mean, crab's a really good bait for it, and prawn is a fantastic bait for it. But don't be afraid to venture up. But what I will say is this: if you're venturing up through and going up around like the Kingsbridge and Holwell and that sort of area and stuff, right? Make sure you park in the correct places. There's a lot of thing gone on over the years where people are parking in places they shouldn't be parking. There's a lot of private property and stuff, but there is actual car parks available to park in certain areas. But makes it a little bit of a walk. But as long as you park in one of those facilities where you're allowed to park in, you've got public right of way to walk all up and down wherever you want to around that estuary, and no one can stop you. But what I will say is, just make sure the tides and stuff, if you go into areas where you're going through water and stuff like that, make sure you can get back to where you can safely. Yeah, there's a lot of I've known of a lot of decent fullbacks. Exactly the same as Dartmouth. Dartmouth, like upper reaches, throws up some really good fullbacks, and also the River Yelm. I mean, the River Yelm, you've got a good chance of some real big ones. I mean, I had mine on the mouth of the River Yelm, and it was, as I said, it was early February, and it was an absolute monster. And I mean, the biggest fullback I've seen before in my life. It was absolutely huge. The guy obviously was with me at the time. He had just had a 17, and he said to the other guy who was with me that it was bigger than one he had. I from looking at the size of it, I would have said it was £18 plus. And for a fish to look like that as it's coming over the water, you don't get to see the girth of it either. So personally, it's probably a fish that I'll never get to see again. And yeah, I cry about it sometimes. I really do, because I don't like losing fish. But I think we've all got those kind of stories, haven't we? We've all got those. It's no one's fault at the end of the day. It's just it's fishing, isn't it? You know what I mean? Sometimes you could grab a trace and pull it in. The fish comes on thing. Happened to be he grabbed the trace, and as he went to pull, obviously the trace, because of the fight of the power and the weight of the fish. I'm using £80 trace line, and now I use 100 because of stuff like that. And it's just one of those things in life. Unfortunately, I've had it a few times. It's it's very painful, and it keeps me awake at night. I've got to be honest, it does keep me awake at night. I can think of a couple. I'll be like, oh, you know what I mean, why? Like, but that one's the most painful because it's a fish spot. And I love big thornbacks. The thornbacks fight hard, don't they? They're quite aggressive ray. So same as a spotted ray is quite aggressive. Where I think a small live ray, blondes are exactly the same though. I mean, if you imagine if you got like a spotted ray that went to £30, I mean the fight off it, because they're absolutely brutal, aren't they? Same as fawnies. Fawnies are quite aggressive, aren't they? So yeah. But guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. We've also got one coming on. I think it would have been on by now actually. The Chesil Beach guide, and look, it's only brief, like me going over brief details of areas and stuff like that, and what you can catch at each areas, and basic details of it. So I hope a few people out at the end of the day. I mean, Dave Chibbo actually commented on it, which made me laugh, because he said, "I'm looking forward to seeing that," and I thought he don't need to see that. I mean, he's a fantastic angler along Chesil Beach. Many years I've seen his stuff, like going back from the magazine times back in the day and stuff like that. And it made me laugh when he said, "I'm looking forward to seeing that," because I thought, "You're taking a Mickey there." He messaged back afterwards and said, "No, it's nice to see other people's views on it and stuff," which is all good. But it's nice to have a bit of banter, isn't it? You know what I mean? Nice to have a bit of fun on there. But yeah, guys, I hope you're enjoying the productions and stuff, and trying to do as many as I can for you, and keep them pumping. But that sub is slowly going up. I think yeah, it was like 230. So get sharing. That's what you need to do. Get sharing. Get your mates on there. Get it all pumped up. And yeah, as soon as it's at 1,000 subscribers, even if I've got to take the day off, I'll get out there and I will do something on the T1000 butt with the T1000, the 1900 tip, and vice versa the other way round. And we'll have a little play over the casting first. I might even get Adam. Have a word with Adam to see if he'll come and do it with me, because he loves doing stuff like that. Bless him. Nice to see him. I haven't seen anyone for ages, really. I mean, between me, you, and the world, I've got a few health issues at the minute, and I've been taking a load of medication and stuff like that, and it's absolutely doing my head in, because the pain I've been in and stuff like that is just like mental. So, and it's restricting me from getting out. So this channel has come in handy, really, because it's letting me get on and do like the filming stuff, what I enjoy doing, and editing and stuff like that, and obviously putting it across to you guys. And yeah, because I don't know why, it's part of getting old, I suppose, isn't it? Unfortunately, it happens to us all. But yeah, as I said, hit the subscribe button, get there subscribing, and yeah, as I said, we'll get out there and put something special in. But there is something I want to do, and I'm going to do it now quickly, because I was sent this thing, which is a measure, and unfortunately I was going to do it around the place sort of time, and I haven't been able to do it because for some reason or not, work was manic, and we hadn't really gone out and done a place feature. But they're from Tech, and it's ideal for the match anglers, really. It's I'll do something properly on it as well, separately for the guide, but it's not bad, little device, but it basically rolls out. I can't remember how it goes now. I think there's like a thing what comes off here somewhere. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's it. So that comes off there like that. And I think that there's got a hook on it, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it has. So that comes there like that. So that'll go around your the tripod and sit on the tripod like that, and sit at the top, and then that comes all the way down. Okay, and it's got all your measurements: 23 centimeters for bream, 42 centimeters for bass, 35 centimeters for goldfish, 35 centimeters for cod, 91 centimeters, and so on, so on. I'll tell you what, I'll put it up there so I ain't got to read it all out. Last thing you want to do, but it's a lovely bit of kit, to be honest. The guy set it down to see if I'd do something on it, and to be honest, it's been a nightmare because I've just not had the time. And I seen it there the other day when I'd done the video, and I was looking back, and I thought, do you know what, I've got to do that. I've got to do that for the guy. So Devon Tech, I'm really sorry, mate. We've been absolutely manic and with everything we've gone on this year and stuff like that. And I will next time I do something, maybe on the sole, because we've got the sole coming up. I'll do something on the sole for you. All right. But no, it's to be honest, it's a nice little design, nice little bit of kit for those that's into match fishing, and it's lightweight. You know, obviously, if you need to take a measure with you, it's something, and it rolls up like that. So I think they're in production, and you can check them out on their website, which is Devon Tech Tackle Solutions. Is that there? www.devotech.co.uk. So do check them out, guys. Do check them out. But yeah, that's all for me today. Hope you enjoy your evenings. Tight lines. To the next one.